Hello, this is Justin McKissick Larry with TradeMo.co, and on this video I will show you how to use the software so you can get in and out of trades and use the basics in the software so you can continuously make money. So let's begin. The most important thing to do is to understand how to open and close trades, okay? So you have two ways you can open and close trades. One way to open a trade is by simply pressing the sell button here or the buy button here after you adjust your lot size, okay? Or you can go right here to deal ticket, and this is a little bit more advanced. You first will have to first choose whether you want to skip it as a sell or buy. You can't open it by pressing one of these buttons at the top. You actually have to press the button at the bottom, okay? But what I like about this actual advanced way of opening and closing the trades, when you go to your lot size, you can see your margin at the bottom, okay? You see how if I go up with the lot size, the margin increases. And when I trade, I recommend wagering about 20 to 25% of your account. The way we trade, you'll have a successful correct trading that way because most of your trades are going to be correct. But like I say, about 20 to 25%. Okay. So I'm going to take a trade as an example. This right here is just a demo account. So let's take this as a buy. Okay. So I took it as a buy. So we know how to open, but let's see how to close the trade. Now there's two ways to do this as well. There's actually three ways, but you may trade on your phone sometimes, so I'm gonna just show you the basics. You can go right here to that top part and just close by pressing the close button right here. Or you can go right here to the left part where the trade is where it's actually got in the trade. Let's press the left click and press close, okay? Or you can go up to the bottom and you can see what's going on with the trade currently. And you can close right there. Now you could do it that way as well. It just depends if you're trading on your phone. When you're trading on your phone and stuff like that, this part seems not like don't respond as good, my personal opinion. But just to keep it simple, you can just go to the top part, left part, and just press close. Okay, so that's how you close your trades. So you know how to open and close trades. Next, you want to know how to change the different pair. Okay, so right here to the left, you have where your pair is, and then you go select from, and you go to market list. Okay, market list is just going to show a list of different pairs in the market, and it has all the majors for currencies, the minors, the exotics, the commodities, stock indices, metals, cryptocurrencies, equities, synthetics, and others. If you ever want to just make a favorite, list that you want to check out, all you do is just go to like one of my favorites that I trade only. I go to the stock index and I go to NAS 100, but I press favorite. And sometimes you may want to trade the US 30, okay, or whatever. So now when I go to favorite, it's there, okay, and then you just press dismiss, okay. If you want to have, let's say you want to have the US 30 down here all ready to go as well too. If you want to add another chart at the bottom, you just press the plus button. Now when you press plus, when you press the plus button, it will always duplicate what's currently up as you see the NAS 100. So you have to go back again and physically change the button. But you can just go to favorites now because you already have your favorites up there and just press the button. See? And another way of doing it, go to deal ticket. If you want to like look for a different pair to trade based on the margin, now look at US 30 is pretty expensive just for one lot. If you want to change your pair based on, from here, you go to do the same thing. Let's go to NAS 100. Now we see the margin is different. So you can change your market uh, pair from here, or you could change it from there. Just with here, you'll be able to see the lot size, in the margin and all that good stuff, okay? All right. Next, you want to be able to change your time frame because that's important. So time frame right here, you just left click. You go to the minute. You got the minutes you could change. You got the hours. You got the day, week, month, and ticks. I don't trade with ticks at all. Stay away from the ticks. As you see with the hours versus different companies, this gives you the 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 6 hour, 8 hour, 12 hour. And at the minutes, they give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 15, 20, 30. All we really focus on is the month, week, day, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute. That we keep it old school, okay? And that's how you change the time frame. So let's just change time frame as you see. That's how we change the time frames, okay? All right. And okay, you see a line up in here because this is the vertical line that I use when I'm doing a top-down analysis. So let's get to that. How to add different things to the chart and delete different things on the chart as far as the drawings go. So say for instance, I have this vertical one here, right? When you go here for the drawings, for the vertical, I just type in vertical, or you can go down the whole list and you press where you want to put it, right? Now, if you want to change like the colors of the lines and different things of the drawings or for whatever icons you use, you can just right click and go to settings and it's self-explanatory. You can also change the thickness of the color of that line and all that stuff. And when you press the screen, it'll stay there until you touch it or whatever like that. And you can move the lines back and forth and all that stuff. And that goes for anything else you put on. Like I said, you want to put an icon here just because it's something you want to do. Put the money here, whatever like that. You have to press it and pull it over, then press it again to leave it there. Then you know. But if you want to delete it, you right click, delete. Right click, delete. Right click, delete. Okay. If you want to add indicator, that's important. To add indicators, you go to indicator. You press add indicator. We only trade with moving averages, okay, with the weighted moving average. So just simply type in weighted. As you start, it'll finish it up for you. Weighted moving averages, not weighted close, weighted moving averages, okay? Matter of fact, we could press favorite. That way we can always just go to our favorite, okay? So let's close that as favorite. Now let's just go back to indicating. Just go to our favorite. Makes life so much easier, okay? And you have two ways you can adjust your indicator. You can go to indicators and go to indicators in use and press the right button and the screen will pull up where you can change the parameter, the color, the thickness, the weight, and all that. Or you can go right here where it's on the screen and do the same thing. If you want to take like all this stuff off the chart as far as like the parameter value and all that stuff on the screen, have all that extra stuff on the screen, go back to the indicator, go to panel, and hide names in main panel. And that's how you do it. Okay. And if you want to, okay, so this is something else you got to learn how to do. So let's say you want to move different parts of this charts and do certain things and stuff. Like you see how I'm able to just move like back and forth. I'm not really able to do it yet, right? So when you go to the right part right here, where's the value of whatever the pair is, you can press it and then kind of scroll up and down, make that part short and taller. Then at the bottom, you go left and right. You can pull everything to the left and right like that and all that stuff. So as you see, but being that it's on move right here where it says cursor type, it's on move. So that's how I'm able to move everything. Okay. So again, you can do this back and forth with the mouse, or you can move it manually. Okay. Also with the cursor type, you can use a crosshair. Crosshairs, this stuff, like the way I'm doing it, it works better on the computer, better on the laptop than it does on the phone, to be honest. But I really don't use any of this stuff. So like if you just, for some reason, you just want to look at a crosshair and stuff, see what time everything is exactly, you can use the crosshair for that. And you see at the bottom of the crosshair, let you know what date it is. You know what I mean? And let me see something. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Hold on. Hold on. What 15 at? Something. Oh, it's the day time frame. That's what's going on. So let me change something real quick. Or. So it's saying like the higher the time frame, the harder to kind of get into detail of exactly what the time is. So the smaller the time frame, the more detail. And that's just how it is when you trade. The higher the time frame, you see more, but you get into more detail when you get into smaller time frames and stuff like that. Okay, so let's go back to the cursor type. Measurements. If you just want to measure like to see how many pips you got, you press. So let's go to cursor type. I'm back in measure. You click it and then just move it. You don't even have to keep it holding it and stuff like that. So let's say you right here. When you go to the right, it lets you know how many bars you are to the right. So you see where it say bars, 10 bars to the right of where I started, or 3 bars to the left of where I started. It lets you know how many bars you are. The pip value is from where right where you started it at, whether you're going up or down. So from there to let's say here, that's about what 89 pips. Now I be kind of confused again, like sometimes because different pairs like different values and stuff. But that's about I guess 89 pips. But it don't matter because as long as we win, it don't matter and stuff like that. I rarely look at the pips. I just win. You know what I mean? So that's how you do that. And it works the same way on the phone. If you just press the measure and press the button, and then just move it down, it does it like that. To get rid of that, just go back to the cursor and change it up. Arrow. I don't really use this arrow. I don't even know how to use this motherfucker. But the most important one I really use is move when I want to move back and forth to see what's going on. And like you see how it's small, the more you make it bigger, then the more you go over to the left and right, you can see you can control how much you see. Like, you see what I'm saying? You can make it big as you want. See what I'm saying? Or make it small as you want. Like that. Or at the bottom, it's got a way you can do it too. You can just press the small or just make it large. Okay. If you go over, press this button right here, you can go all the way over. See what's going on over to the left. If you press this, take you all the way over, I guess, to the end. I'm assuming it's the end. Yep, that's the end. Then you keep pressing it to the right to get back to the right. All right. Hold on. Shit. Remind me to never go all the way to the end again, because god damn. All right, y'all. So y'all see basically, is there anything else? Okay, yeah. One more thing. So you see how I got this moving average on here, right? Let's say you want to keep this as a chart template because you don't want to have to keep adding it on there every time. You go to settings, you go to chart template, okay? You press save. So when you save everything, and remember, eventually you're gonna add your alert on here. So when you save everything, you want to include the alert, include the color, and include the market. It don't matter because you can always change the market and stuff like that. But include the market and stuff like that. Then just come up with a name. I'm gonna call it test two because I had another one, whatever like that. So that's saved. So if I was to go to a chart template, let's just say this one, okay? It's got all this stuff on here. If I change it, sometimes also let you know when you like open up a chart and you don't see any candlesticks on there, you just have to go to another time frame and it'll come up. But now let's go back to that template that I just had. Go back to the chart template, test two. It's right there. And if you want to get rid of an actual indicator and stuff like that, even though we hit it, you can just go right here, indicator of use. You can get rid of it by just pressing delete, or you can just go back to indicators use and just delete everything. And then you can always open it back up again on the actual chart, whatever like that. So I think that pretty much covers everything. Um, I think that pretty much covers everything. And I don't know, and like I said, I think I mentioned this, if you want to open up another pair and stuff at the bottom and stuff like that, when you open it up, it's always going to open up the same thing, but you can just go to the market list and change everything. But I recommend we trade one thing at a time. I don't ever trade two things at a time, especially with this auto trader. And when you have all your money on one account. You don't want to do all that because like the margins are different, so you could throw yourself off mentally. So you don't never want to do that. So I usually just keep one up at a time. Do trade one thing at a time. You don't have to worry about what they say expanding your portfolio. Just focus on one thing at a time. Plenty of people just trade one thing at a time and get rich. So I don't think there's anything else I could really say or any advice I need to give you on. Let's see what happened when I click this button. Okay, oh, there's another way to do an order. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know you could do an order from that way as well. Okay, so this deal ticket is a little different from this deal ticket. With this deal ticket, you gotta actually press which one you want to do before you press it. So you gotta press the prompt, then go here. But this one all the way over here is a little bit easier. Just choose the lot size to give you the margin, and then you just press the button. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, don't even worry about this stuff. Yeah. So that's cool. There's three ways to open. So that's good to know. And let me see. Okay, price style. Okay, so with this right here control what type of candlesticks you use and stuff like that. I don't mess with that. I don't mess with it. Just leave it as candlesticks. Keep everything simple for you to see. Because when one candlestick form, that's when the trade open and stuff like that wants to move in averages across. So we're just gonna keep it at that. And I believe that's it. I think I showed you everything that you need to know. And yeah. Did I show you everything? I think I did. I'll watch the video again. Okay, this is Justin with TradeMode.co. See you on the next video.